I'm sure we'll have more to report as we move forward, but I'm still really getting to know everyone in the community and our projects.
And you are going to be there November 8th, right?
Pardon me?
On the, here in City Hall on November 8th, between
Yes.
4 to 6.
Yes, from 4
Yeah.
to 6. I look forward to meeting many more folks that I haven't had a chance to meet yet. So I know there's still.
I know we're going to have cookies, cakes, or everything, right? Good girl.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. City Attorney.
Nothing to report, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, thank you. All right. Community Development, Mike. Hey, throw you on the spot right now. Hey.
Community services, okay. Yeah. I wear a lot of hats.
You're
I
a man
don't
of
wear
all
community
hats.
development yet, but the first grant workshop public hearing was today for Proposition 68. And so there'll be some opportunity there. We'll be looking at the Arts Center, the bike and walking trail grant we applied for near Brandlinger to cover up the canal, and potentially any new park near Rockwell. So Richard from Townsend Public Affairs and I both went in Madera today. So the actual grant guidelines will come out in January. And Midsummer's Night Dream opens up this Thursday at the Arts Center. So interested in seeing a play. And back to the last item, I have a sheet if you want to pick up as you leave. It's kind of a vision of a community center. My vision of a community center, like a basketball court, one court, two side courts, volleyball court, can kind of be transplanted into there. Badminton, like a multi-purpose room where you have a big curtain that divides up the big room into two, much like you said for wrestlers. Either use the whole room or half the room, and recreation classes, programming, social services could be renting out offices there. And that's kind of a recreation definition of a community center. Programs, services, social services, and recreation opportunities. Some cities have pools next to community centers. Some have community centers only. So that's just kind of a vision if you want to pick this up. There is no price tag on this, of course. But I think it's important if the city can have a gym, have multi-purpose rooms, and have those kind of offices for people to use on as a recreation basis.
Yeah, you know, you're right, Mike. In the community on that outreach, when they input in the community, they want everything on the table, and it's hard, you know. But looks like you pretty well narrowed it down a little bit.
I think it's important we put it on a sheet of paper and have it as a plan. It may not come to fruition in 5 years, but it's important to set the goal and let the community know it's a concept, and someday it'll happen.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, thank you.
Anything else, Mike?
That's it.
All right. We'll move on to Public Works.
Public Works. What's going on in the Public
You got
Works
the hard
world?
job.
Well, we're gonna be pulling out the old decorations here this week and get this town decorated in the next couple weeks for Christmas. We're continuing construction at Schaefer Park on the basketball courts, installing benches, cement pads for people to sit and enjoy and watch. We got lights gonna be installed Tuesday, LED lights for the basketball courts, and we'll probably have a ribbon cutting soon thereafter. We're also remodeling and renovating the restrooms at Pioneer Village, so those are going to be a lot nicer. That's kind of a more private setting. The Tano Festival, the weddings that are out there, it's not open to the public, so I think that's pretty important for that place to have nice restrooms. Something on the fun side for Public Works, we did a equipment rodeo Friday in Visalia Plaza Park. I took all 12 of my guys over there along with Mike Kirshner, and we competed against 12 other cities, I believe. Clovis, Fresno, Bakersfield, Tulare, Delano, Porterville, etc. And we placed third. So that was pretty good.
Okay,
Thank you, guys.
let me ask you a question. You got third. If Mike wasn't there, would you got first?
Well, Mike's team didn't place. My team did. And we will be back next year, and we're
Okay,
going to
I
come
just
back
wanna
with
know
better.
that.
That's our
There
goal.
you go.
Mike set it up, though. We wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for Mike, and I appreciate it. And that's all I have from Public Works.
It was
Thank
the
you,
effort.
guys.
It was the effort behind it, right?
Against 11 guys, my department has one.
Okay, all right.
Thank you, guys.
Are those bathrooms, are they Is it possible to expand the capacity of those bathrooms, maybe put a couple more in, or are we at capacity as terms of the city on the sewer in that location?
No, we're not. We actually brought that up with the commission as a discussion item this last Thursday. The cement pad is already there, and so that's.
Because I know at the Tejano, there was definite need for some more
Yeah,
bathrooms.
especially in ADA, accessible.
Yeah. So that's gonna be followed up on at the next Pioneer Village Commission
Yeah, we
meeting.
talked about it last week as a, more, it wasn't an action item, it was just more of a discussion item.
Sounds good. All right.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Shane. All right, next person. Buyer.
Thank you. Just a couple things to update you on. At the end of October, we applied for a FEMA grant for new SCBA's. It was a rather sizable grant. We partnered with another department, other local department, and we're optimistic about it. What it'll do is replace our inventory of our air packs and bring us up to, our air packs are still operational, however, they are outdated as far as national standards go. They're about 15 years old. So we're hoping with this grant that we'll be able to replace that inventory. And then also, the station remodel project is moving forward. As you saw with the check registry, we do have some contractual obligations that have come due. Measure S was the approved funding source for the project. So we have started utilizing some of those Measure S funds to pay for some of those obligations and bills that have come forward. And I think that's it. So, thank you.
Okay, now that Measure F fund, that won't impact the services we have going on, right? Okay,
That will not.
all right.
And those, we're still, all of those obligations are within budget.
Okay,
They
that's what I
were
need to know.
part of the approved budget. They're just coming due now rather than, in the future.
So basically what transpires is we have some upfront costs until we actually go into getting the bonding and things of that nature for the full project itself. So we need to continue to cover those. The initial funding source in the beginning was the impact fees. As the chief has stated, we're just now moving into Measure S, which was already approved in the previous resolutions.
Okay, thank you. All right, next. Chief, you're up. Gardner, you're up.
Mayor, members of the council, thank you. I just want to draw your attention to the report on page 69, my weekly council report. I'm happy to be able to report again this council meeting of a continued drop in our crime rate over the 28-day period. Crime fell in Selma another 31%. We only had 2 reported violent crimes the entire month of October, the lowest monthly rate this calendar year. So, and I really want to commend the folks that you saw earlier today, our volunteers, our eyes and ears have been helping us achieve those kind of numbers. Violent crime, as I said, fell 86% over the last month, which is remarkable. And as we go into the season where crime rates tend to go up as the holidays grow, I'm happy to be able to report that we're in a really good position as we speak. And another priority of the council was for us to focus on truancy and curfew. Just to mention in the report, you saw that we ran a truancy operation in conjunction with Selma Unified on the 17th, 19th, and 22nd of October. We contacted 22 individuals, 2 of which were found to be truant and were turned over to SUSD personnel. So it's been a good month. So
Good.
that's it.
Good.
Thank you.
Very good. Okay, well, next, Rick, that's it? Huh? Finance, oh yeah, finance, I'm
Good.
sorry, oh, I forgot about, you were talking earlier, I apologize, man.
Thank you, Mayor. Just some updates. We are currently again in the audit. We've already had some field testing coming in. It's running real well so far. So we'll continue to work with the auditors and get that cleaned up towards the beginning of July or January. We should be completed. So I'll keep you up to date on how that goes. So I can give you a financial update once that's completed. There are some rule changes with GASP 75 and how we report our OPEB. So we're working through that currently right now. Also, I need to give you a first quarter budget update, so I'm hoping to give it to you soon. And then also some quarterly reports that need to be produced on the website, so I'll keep you aware of that and try to get that all completed as far as my quarterly reports by the end of this week so that you have it. And if you have any information or questions on it, please just let me know. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Now we'll go to council reports. Yvette, I know tomorrow's a special election for you, and
I think we're precluded from commenting on that here at the
no, but yet you were at the your band, Selma Band Festival, and your participants. you know,
Absolutely.
you know,
That's first and foremost on my mind was the Rotary Band Festival. That was pretty awesome. Thank you, Mayor, for securing the fire truck. Thank you for providing that for us and securing us in while we were up there riding. It was a great time. I think I can speak for all of us. I think it was very nice. I was excited to be on that fire truck. And also I want to give a shout out to my fellow Rotarians out there that worked very long and hard to put that together. And thank you to the police department and to anybody and everybody else that helped make that a successful event. That was really, really nice. And as many of you know, I sit along with Council Member Franco as Vice President of the Selma Public Education Foundation, and I'm very happy to announce that we were able to give nearly $10,000 in grants to teachers in the classroom. They have to apply. My committee, who includes Dr. Fisher, we read the grants, and we selected those grants that provided the most opportunity to the students of Selma. And so I'm happy to report on that, and they should be receiving their checks next week, which is really awesome. And anything we can do to help support the schools is incredible. And Rotary's plugging along, the women's club's plugging along. We had a nice speaker there the other day. And the Selma Band Festival was positive, and our band most recently competed at the Sierra Cup Classic and had a positive turnout there. So, thank you.
thank Franco.
I just have two quick comments. One actually is a comment, it goes for the staff, to all the department heads here. Please relate to your employees that work under you, to thank them for all their hard work over the past several years. I know with the constant change of leadership that we had, it's very taxing on staff to come in every day and when things are uncertain. So please give them all a thank you for doing the job. My second comment, once again, is for our new city manager, Teresa
Yes.
Gallivan. Yeah, that's Gallivan. It's not Galvan, it's Gallivan. Thank you for coming. I hope, I am more than confident that you can bring the stability that we need here. As I said in the past, the city manager is the most crucial employee a city has in moving a community forward. And I have all the faith in you that you're gonna help us all work together and move Selma in a better direction. So thank you once again, Teresa. That's it.
Okay, thank you. Mike?
I was social this last couple of weeks. I made the mixer at RPS Real Estate. Thank you, Bob. Nice event. And the Rotary Band Festival. And I also want to welcome you, Teresa, and best of luck here. That's it.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's all right.
I was nowhere.
Okay. Scott?
I had some calls on the police action on Evergreen. There was, I guess, a multi-agency action to fight crime in Selma, which I'm always happy about. But you know, Evergreen. We were you didn't know, did you?
No, I didn't.
No. So I would appreciate if we could be apprised of things that are happening, not operational details, but actual things that are happening. As a council member, when I have people come to me and ask me, hey, you know, I saw police cars on the street, I'd like to at least be able to say, you know, there's an operation. There's something going on there. All for the operations, and I really appreciate that. But as council members, we do represent the people in the community, and not letting us in on what's going on in our city is shutting the people out, not just us, but the people. So we do need to have that information, and I would thank our city manager for following up on that and making sure, because I saw an email where one of the department heads was saying that, they will post the results on social media outlets before even going to council with details of action. So I think we need to take a look at our priorities and look at that. I wanted to say I attended the chamber mixer at RPS Real Estate. I want to thank Rose Robertson and all the volunteers again for their hard work in putting together the Tejano and Country Music Bash this year. Pioneer Village looked great. It's a great advertisement for Pioneer Village. 758 people attended, which is more than last year, and the proceeds benefited Second Chance Animal Shelter and the Selma Police Officers Association. I attended the first neighborhood watch meeting of the Northview, Sierra View, and Thompson Avenue residents. We had that gentleman come to council and named Angel, who put that together under the guidance of Rosemary Alanis. Thank you for putting that together. It was a really good, inspirational meeting. I'd like to know the owner of that. There's a field that is to the north of, it's this enclave, it's north of Dinuba, but there's a field that's seeing a lot of activity, a lot of drug and alcohol and bad stuff going on there, and neighbors are not happy with that. So Buddy Mendez's office was contacted, the sheriffs have been contacted because it's county land.
North of Dinuba and.
North of Dinuba
How, where?
and east.
It's by
northeast.
those trees.
Yeah, by those trees, there's a field.
I know
and if-
exactly where it's at.
And so the consensus, what I think folks have been hearing there is, contact the property owner and have them put no trespassing signs, so the sheriffs can go out
Yeah.
and trespass them
Yeah.
if they're there, rather than just go out and tell them to leave and then they come back. That would be helpful. In October, Second Chance Animal Shelter, speaking of Second Chance, had 121 dogs go through.
Really?
This is more than double the usual number that go through, and not sure what the reason for that is, but it just shows again the need for the services that this volunteer-run organization provides to the city,
That's pretty good.
and how important the grant opportunities are that come its way, because there aren't a whole lot of funding opportunities for stray dogs and stray cats out there. Let's see, we also had, I wanted to update council on a matter that was brought to our attention about 4 months ago, AB 3179, which would have put voting materials in languages for populations that are 3% as opposed to 5%. It sailed through the assembly, it went through the state senate, but I just found out it was vetoed by Governor Brown. So, and the letter was, this would add $77 million a year potentially, and it should be properly considered as part of the budget process. I printed out online, so that's kind of disappointing. But hopefully there's something can be done and the cost can be looked at to make it manageable, so that voting materials can be put in people's languages that need it, earlier generations. I think that's always important. Last two items, and then I'll stop. COG update, I was at COG last Thursday night. Fresno County Rural Transit Authority approved the purchase of nearly 1.5 acres around the current fire training facility, which will expand the maintenance facility and its capabilities to become a fast fill location for clean natural gas, which will add jobs to our city, which is really important. Last item, transit-oriented development grants. They are coming back. Last year, 2 years ago, they were only available to Fresno and Clovis. COG voted to make it available to the smaller cities, and last year,
They get fair.
Fresno, Clovis,
Fair.
and Kingsburg got grants. And so I hope we can at least participate
Yeah.
in that this year.
Yeah,
There's like
yeah.
$850,000, $900,000. Really, they're looking for the smaller cities to put in applications, so hopefully we can either work with Townsend on that, or we can put something in, and those grant applications are due by the end of February, and Tony Bourne said just give him a call with any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Boy. You know.
Mayor, may I add one more thing that I left off my list? Very quick.
Okay, go ahead.
An SKF matter.
Go ahead.
SKF's month,
I was
meeting
gonna bring
last
that
month
up
for
too. Right, go
October
ahead.
Was canceled, so we didn't have a meeting for October. But in the month of October, between the alley between B and C streets or A and B streets. I'm trying to get that right in my head. You'll see there has been some activity there. A sewer main broke, and so they're having to repair that, and they got approval from folks to move forward with that. And I think that's gonna continue to happen. The sewer master plan study showed that all of Selma's older historic neighborhoods were all highlighted in red because they are in critical shape at this particular point, and that's something that we're gonna have to address as a city moving forward, is how we're going to take care of that. So all of those lettered streets, A, B, C, D, and F, and then the streets, Merced, Arentz, and so on, and Lee, and into our downtown area. That is the oldest part of the sewer infrastructure for the city of Selma. And so we may be experiencing more failures. That's just an example of one. But our meeting is on Thursday. If I have any more information, I'll report at the next one.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, okay, as a mayor, last person here, I attended Teen Selma with Frankel. And she did talk about SKF on the trunk line on McCall. It is finally getting done. And the other issue too is, that's good. We're moving forward in the SKF operation. And the other issue, I attended, of course, the band festival, the neighborhood watch by the library, very well attended. It was, me and Scott showed up, and the people were very receptive, and the people in different areas. And I thank the people that in their community that do a neighborhood watch program. It's working, and it's a tool. And I also attended of course, all these Halloween festival down at the PG&E thing. Chief, I seen you there. Your woman Yvette was there, and the church. Everybody in the community got together, and the train ride and everything. But it's good because it was certain areas were having a Halloween thing there. I attended the one over there on Dinuba, the outreach program. They had a great event there as well. Pony ride, everything. Every little people that have certain areas have these Halloween events for the community to come out and reach out and know each other. It's good because it's two things in life. It's the safety of the kids in our community. We have to protect the kids in our community, big time. In our society, there's a lot of changes in our community. You know, we have a lot of situations that hurt people, and we have to protect the future of our community, the little people. And I'm glad the churches step up and perform these events for our community. And I thank the people that volunteer to help the churches in their community. And I thank the people that step up in our community to help watch our kids, no matter anywhere, when you're going to school or going to an event, keep an eye on the little people going to school, come away from school. We want to protect our kids, you know, and because they're the future, and it's very important to protect the future. Without them, we don't have a future. They are it. They are our future for us, the old seniors. I'm the old senior up here, in fact. But overall in life, I thank the people that work for the city of Selma. Again, I always thank them because you have a hard job. You always have a hard job, and you got to be multitask. And a lot of times, council up here, we have a lot of what we say community wish list from the community. We put a lot of pressure on our staff sometimes. You know, from the manager all the way down to the staff. We thank you for the hard work you got to do. It's not easy. You have to evaluate and prioritize what is important for the city of Selma, what the public wants first, and you have to categorize that. And I think, sometimes in the finance department, got to find the money. Sorry, I put you on the spot again, but you have the tough job, you know. But also up here in the front, the council, we have to move the city forward as far as economic development to create these monies for the cities that people want, and that's the driver. Like the SKF is very important because it's a trunk line for sewer. Without sewer, nothing grows. Water, same thing. Without water, nothing moves either. Everything is a part of in our community is very important, but the people also are very important because they're the ones that help the city grow, working together. Now, working together with other cities around us and our neighbors, and getting along and making our community safe. And I thank the people that actually step up and do this for us. All the volunteers, like Bob down there in the back and his wife, Sarah Tucker and all these guys be in the back, and all the way from the superintendent of the schools. They, I commend them. They have the job. They got to help our community grow. And I thank them very much. As council up here, we do. We thank them very much. And that's all I got to say. And, tomorrow is election day. If you haven't voted, please vote. Exercise your right, and I thank you.
Early and often. Early and often.
Early, yeah. And the next item is, anybody can come up here and make a public comment and have 3 minutes. State your name and address.
Rosemary Alanis, 2565 Almond Street. Thank you, Mayor Avalos, Mayor Pro Tem Robertson, for attending the Neighborhood Watch meeting. Really appreciated it. And the community felt your support at that meeting. Welcome, City Manager Gallivan. And I want to this is such a hotly contested race for the 2 council seats, and I would like to wish good luck to everybody that's running, because we put our mouth, we stepped up to the plate, and we just didn't complain. We went out there and we did what we were supposed to. So I wish everybody good luck tomorrow. One of the things I did want to bring up is if somebody could take a look at the intersection on Mitchell and Rose. It's there's only one stop sign there, so people that have to turn onto Mitchell from Rose, it's very dangerous there because the people that live there park their cars along the street, and you have to kind of inch out, inch out, inch out.
Oh, I know what you're talking, when they go into school in the morning.
Right.
I know exactly.
And it's
what you're talking
so
about. Okay.
dangerous. I mean, I'm sure there hasn't been an accident there, but why wait? So if somebody could just take a look at it, I know a lot of people in that neighborhood are concerned about it.
Miss Alanis, I just have one request about the comment that you made about the neighborhoods. I would have loved to have attended something like that, but I had no idea.
Yeah, it's okay.
So if it'd be
Yeah.
okay if you do things like that in the future, if you could notify the entire council?
Sure.
That would be helpful.
Sure, that would be great. I know the past city manager would go, but like I said, Angel's kind of new to it, so I kind of let him handle it, and I was just there supporting him. But next time we have one, I'll go ahead and email everybody.
Thank you. I would appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. Like I said again, congratulations to whoever wins tomorrow. We got to all work together. There's new issues coming up that the new city council is going to have to address. And please, no more door knockers, nothing through my mail. Franco, no more Trujillo door hangers, please. I've already had enough. Thank you, guys. God bless. See you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. I'm not done.
Good evening, council members and everyone else who's here tonight. I just want to just say thank you. Thank you for your work. And we all have a passion for the community. We have a passion for what we do. For many of us, it's part of who we are. It's our mission. It's our ministry. We work from the heart. I'm happy to be a part of this community. I'm happy to be in service with you. I love the students of this community, and I'm happy to be in service with you. I had a wonderful meeting today with City Manager Gallivan, and I'm looking forward to the things that we will do together. Selma's on the move, and I'm happy to be a part of the team. So thank you for all you do in service, and I'll be glad when tomorrow comes and goes. So we'll know who's going to be working together. Thank you. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Congratulations, Ms. Gallivan. I apologize for bringing up a sour topic after everybody's.
Oh, no, go ahead and state your name for the record.
Frank
That way
Hernandez.
you're on public record there.
The last meeting, everybody had this momentum about the police station and so forth. Didn't hear anything about it this evening. You guys were saying something about canceling, looking into canceling, what the ramifications for canceling, and you guys were going to come back today with something. It's the end. Everybody's said they're happy endings, and we haven't heard anything about it.
It was a closed session item. So-
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, direction has been given to city staff to continue working on this item.
Okay. But the voice of the people has been to kind of terminate whatever that was. Is that still everybody's initial feelings, or we can't talk about it?
Well,
We can't talk about
We
yeah,
can't
that-
talk about it. We can come up and scream and yell till we're blue in the face, but we can't talk about it.
Can't talk about it right now.
that's
Oh,
right.
okay.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
It's,
It doesn't, it may not, it won't be like that forever. There'll be a point where, discussion may be had.
Mr. Mayor, if I may. Again, members of the public, we understand that there was some direction that was given at the prior council meeting. That direction, city staff has moved forward with that direction, and we continue to work on this project. And as soon as we are in a position to provide an update to the public, we will do so. And we understand the importance of the project and the wishes that the public expressed at the last council meeting.
And if any concerned citizens have any questions regarding the progress of said closed sessions, who do we contact? Because I believe Miss Yvette and Mr. Michael, this is their last dance here tonight.
oh, no.
No.
No, they have.
That's
Not
why
yet.
I drive a truck. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But okay, I just was hoping to hear something about it, and alrighty. Again, congratulations, and sorry to.
No, that's okay.
Mr. Hernandez.
Frank, that's okay,
And
Frank.
to members of the public, just about our dance card is still gonna be full. People will vote tomorrow and whatever the outcome is. The county elections office has 30 days rather to ratify those votes. And until those votes are ratified and the new individuals come in and are sworn in, that's when our official date ends. So we have to serve up until that point, just so that you're aware,
Okay.
Probably the 1st of December.
probably
Alrighty.
sometime in
Thank you,
December.
Council, Mayor.
Thank you, Frank. All right, anybody else from the public? Okay, this is your last opportunity? Okay, make a motion to adjourn.
So moved.